Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at how people knew it was over. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. We went to counseling. She talked about the things she needed and wasn't getting. Counselor asked me if I could work on those. I said yes. This took the whole first session. Second session happens a week later. I talked about the things that I needed and wasn't getting. Counselor asked her if she could work on those. She kept avoiding and redirecting. On the drive home, she said she wanted to find a new counselor and this wasn't the right one. Went to a new counselor a few weeks later. First session was a repeat, so was the second. She said we should find a better counselor. I asked one that agrees with you and she said yes. Then I was done. Dang, that's the kind of person you want to avoid in your life, man. They want you to do everything for them, but you ask them to do the same back and they're like, no. Wow. Terrible, terrible. It was weird. I was sitting on the couch and she was in the recliner. I looked at her and it was like I didn't even know her. I thought, I don't like you and I wouldn't even date you now. We just grew apart. I said, do you want to break up? She replied, I thought you'd never ask. Yep, it's been over for a while. It was amicable and we went our separate ways. No hard feelings. It was just done. Wow. So I guess for some people they just stay because no one wants to bring it up, right? Even though they don't really love each other anymore and they have like no feelings for each other anymore. That's crazy. So what if no one asked? They would just stay together for the sake of staying together even though they don't want to stay together? Wow. When I realized I was more at peace when he wasn't around, I was calmer, less anxious, and smiling more. Also, when I realized I would smother my smiles or hide happy news so he wouldn't have a chance to ruin whatever I was enjoying. Oh my god, so he'd always like get upset if they were happy. This is what I'm afraid of. I feel like if I were to get in a relationship, I'd be more sad than I am single. Right? Because I feel like that happens for me though. Even when I'm getting to know someone, I start getting anxious and I'm like, oh, nope, this ain't for me. Driving home from work, coming around the corner and feeling disappointment to see her car in the driveway. Oh, man, that's so sad. I wouldn't want like my future partner to feel that ever. Like, that's so upsetting. The fact that, you know, they don't even get excited to see you. Like, I get excited to see my dog every single day and she gets excited to see me. I guess we just all need dogs. Isn't it funny though? Because I feel like that's so accurate. It's the fact that you see couples being like, oh my god, she greets the dog better than she greets me. That's accurate though. That's accurate. It's like everyone just goes to the dog first. When her grandma died, it was her dad's mum and a wonderful lady died peacefully. Her dad called me sobbing, saying he was a mess and needed someone to talk to. I told him I would come straight over and then called my wife. Her response, he was being overdramatic and she was with her mum, his wife, and they were ignoring his texts and calls. WTF, his mum just died. He is sad and alone. Went over there and hung out for a while and realized that if I stayed married, I was looking at my future self. Father-in-law is a good guy and treated like a stray dog. They have separate bedrooms. She hates him. Has made their kids hate him. Wow. That's always the most sad when like parents teach their kids to hate the other parent. We stopped sleeping together in the same bed. We both knew it was over but kept things on cruise control for a couple years because of our child. We were like two ships passing in the night, as they say. We both knew it but ignored it for a while. Then one day we sat and talked and agreed we should get a divorce. It was 100% amicable. Now she and my son live about 2 miles from me. I see him every single day and she and I get along better than we ever did as a married couple. We laugh, eat dinner together as a family, play games in the backyard, etc. Co-parenting for us is much more successful than staying married. There's no bad blood or arguments anymore. Dang. Wow. So this is what it's like, right? When people are like, we're better off as friends. I feel like because you're married, you just have so much more expectations of each other. And the pressure is just always there to do well, to do better. But as friends, and you're not romantically involved anymore, you don't feel the need to meet the expectations anymore because you guys are just friends. And I feel like that's just better for some couples. He treated me like shit for years, but what did it for me was he called our newborn daughter a bitch because she woke him up. Not going to do her like you do me. Best decision ever. He calls his own daughter names. Yeah, remove him from the daughter for sure, dude. My ex thought I was working out of town. She had been having an affair for about 3 months and totally thought I didn't know, and she had me buffaloed. This was way back before cell phones, but she had been call forwarding our phone to her new boyfriend's number, so when I called her, I would think I was reaching out at our apartment. I came home about 10 p.m. one evening and she wasn't home. I called her boyfriend's number and she answered the phone. I asked her what she was doing and she told me she just climbed into bed for the night. I asked her whose bed she climbed into. There was a long pause. I told her I knew what she was doing and where she was. The last thing I said to her was that I was leaving my wedding ring on the nightstand on the side of a bed. That was over 40 years ago. Been married to a wonderful woman for a very long time now. All is good. Wow. The fact that he called her boyfriend's number and she answered. I feel so bad for people just like finding out like this. Man, that sucks. It's also the fact that when people cheat, they don't think they're doing anything wrong. They always blame the person for not being like available or like doing this for them, so that's why they go and cheat. Like, no, there's no excuse for cheating. If someone is not meeting your expectations, break up with them or talk to them about it. Whatever, man. But you cheating, you're the only one that's wrong there. When she filed for divorce but didn't actually want a divorce, that's when I realized I couldn't put up with any more of her shit. If she was willing to file for divorce and thought I was going to pay for it all, I knew it had gone way too far. I spent the next 2 years trying to finalize that divorce with her, trying to stay married. Whoa, she filed for divorce but didn't want to get a divorce. Like, she just wanted to see his reaction. Like, whether he would like fight for her or not. That's the biggest red flag, dude. Someone trying to get you to fight for them or trying to test you, run. Honestly, run, because they play a lot of games and you don't want that in a relationship. Holy. When I was in labor and he slept for the entire 18 hours and almost didn't wake up for the emergency C-section. Then when I got released from the hospital and he said his ankle hurt way too much to carry the baby up to the 3rd floor of the apartment we were in, and he couldn't carry the groceries that he made me walk around the entire store to get after being released from the hospital. So I was 2 days postpartum from a C-section and had to carry a baby in a car seat and groceries up 3 flights of stairs. I knew he was a selfish prick and didn't care about me at that point. Bro. Your wife gave birth and went through surgery and you can't carry the frickin' groceries. I would slap him into another universe, honestly. Riding in the car and asking him to slow down because it was icy and I felt unsafe, only for him to speed up, go into a screaming rage about how I always try to control him and threatening to crash the vehicle. Wow. Dude, that's crazy. The fact that she was like, can you slow down? And he sees that as her controlling him. Like, no, she cares about you and her own life. That's why she's asking you to slow down, because she doesn't want anyone to get hurt. And he sees it as her controlling him. Wow. When I would have intrusive thoughts hoping he'd get into a car wreck and die on his way home from work. I didn't want him to die, to be clear. I just wanted out. And that seemed so much easier than the mess of a divorce. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was a complicated emotion. Whoa. Dang, hoping your partner dies just so you guys get over it. Never thought I'd read that, honestly. Well, that's so crazy. So instead of breaking up with someone, they would just hope for the person to die instead. I guess it is hard to make the decision of breaking up and then going through all of that process, right? But dude, if you want to get a divorce, get the divorce, okay? Because if you didn't want a divorce, you wouldn't be considering it in the first place. When I found myself comforting his crying girlfriend, telling her that she didn't do anything wrong when she or we found out she was his side piece. Oh me goodness. Man, this person is amazing though, for sure. Because I feel like a lot of people would start blaming the side piece instead of their own partner. Why? Honestly, if your partner cheats on you, it's not the person who's cheating on you with, it's the person that's cheating. It's your partner that's at fault, because if he didn't want to cheat on you with anyone, no one can get him to cheat. Alright, even if someone is trying to seduce him, if he didn't want to cheat on you, if he wanted to stay loyal, he would Same goes for the opposite sex. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.